AITA for cutting off the internet to help my partner break his excessive TikTok and gaming habit. 43F, live with my partner. 39M, on my small hobby farm in a rural area. When he moved in with me, he anticipated finding workaway jobs through his union that would provide some income. Unfortunately, those opportunities have not materialized, and he has been unable to secure a job in his field. This situation has left him largely at home, and he has openly admitted that the lack of financial independence is affecting his mental health. He has expressed feelings of depression and frustration, which is something I truly empathize with. However, his way of coping with his depression has become a significant concern for me. He spends an excessive amount of time on his phone, scrolling through TikTok and playing video games, sometimes for as many as 10 to 16 hours a day. While I understand that his mental health struggles are genuine, his response to these challenges seems to be becoming increasingly unhealthy. I've tried to be supportive and patient, but the extent of his screen time has reached a point where it's becoming detrimental to both his well-being and our relationship. After 10 months of dealing with this, I've grown increasingly frustrated. Each day, after coming in from farm chores or after a long day at work, I find him on the couch, deeply engrossed in his phone or gaming. I've had multiple conversations with him about his TikTok usage and gaming habits, explaining that while I understand he's using these activities to cope, they are likely exacerbating his depression rather than helping. I've pointed out that excessive screen time can be harmful and that he might benefit from exploring other ways to manage his feelings. But he has been resistant to these discussions. Whenever I suggest he needs to reduce his screen time, he reacts as if I'm being unreasonable or harsh. I'm at a point where I'm considering taking a more drastic step, turning off the internet to break this cycle. The idea is not to punish him, but to create a situation where he might be forced to engage in other activities and possibly seek alternative ways to address his depression. I fear that continuing to enable his current behavior is not helping him in the long run and may be contributing to a more significant problem. However, I'm concerned about whether this would be seen as an unfair or controlling action. I genuinely want to help him, but I'm conflicted about whether cutting off the internet would be too extreme. I know he's struggling, and my intention is not to hurt him, but to support him in finding healthier ways to cope. I worry that this might come across as an overreach, or that it could damage our relationship further. Am I being unreasonable for considering such a measure, or is this a reasonable step to take in hopes of improving his situation?